Back to another live feed. Let's get into it. 50 most dynamic duels in sports history: baseball, basketball, football, and hockey. Beginning with chapter 30, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. And though it's a book about dynamic duels, author included these three gentlemen, rightfully so. The Cowboys experienced some usual growing pains, gaining specialty when they first entered the National Football League in 1960. Under innovative head coach Tom Landry, they soon became a perennial contender, one of the league's most successful franchises. For 20 seasons, they had winning seasons from 1966 to 1985, won 13 divisional titles, 5 NFC titles, and 2 Super Bowls in the process. With the conservative aging, Landry no longer appeared capable of delivering his message to a younger generation of Dallas players by the mid-80s. The team finished out of the playoffs 3 straight years from 1986 to 1988, prompting new Cowboys owner Jerry Jones to unceremoniously relieve Landry of his duties prior to the start of the 1989 campaign. Jones subsequently replaced Landry with University of Miami head coach Jimmy Johnson, the former teammate on his former team at the University of Arkansas. It should have come as a surprise. Knowing that Michael Irvin was left overall pick on the next year NFL draft, became an instant favorite of both Jones and Johnson once they took over the team. 6'2", 210-pound wide receiver who played for Johnson Miami was blessed with all the physical tools necessary to become an outstanding wide at the NFL level. Though Irvin did not possess exceptional running speed, he had excellent hands, ran precise routes, had outstanding size and strength. It was the last part of that enabled him to become one of the league's most physical wide receivers. He would never his ability to catch balls with defenders break over him. Joining Jones and Johnson even more took Irvin. They had grasped the cockiness and arrogance that both owner and coach displayed at times. Irvin helped give the Cowboys much of the swagger that exhibited during the 90s. He took the trash talking Irvin sometime before he found himself selfly able to back up his words with his on-field performance in Dallas. Irvin earned the starting job in the Dallas offense as a rookie. He only caught 32 passes during the dismal 3-13 campaign. He averaged a league-leading 20.4 yards per reception, combined a total of 654 receiving yards. Irvin was joined in the starting lineup the following year by Troy Aikman, whom the Cowboys selected with the first overall pick of the 1989 draft. At UCLA, he started 11 games for Dallas in 1989, but the team struggled with the rookie quarterback Colin Siggins, finishing 1-15, 18 interceptions, 9 touchdowns. In 1990, at that season, 1990, he drafted Emmitt Smith, the 17th overall pick. He improved to 7-9. Smith was the offensive rookie of the year, 937 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns, and first 8 Pro Bowl selections. Aikman contributed to 56.6%. He continued to struggle through 11 touchdown passes, but he threw 18 interceptions. With significant time. Usually 1989 and 90. Catching 46 passes in 18 games. But 1991 things came all together. 11-5, made some playoffs the first of 5 in 600 years. Won some playoffs and the Cowboys won the Super Bowl 3 in the next 4 years. When in 1992, 93, 95, Irvin had 5 straight seasons in which he compiled more than 1,000 receiving yards. 1991 had 93 receptions, 1,523 yards, 8 touchdowns. 92, 78 receptions, 1,396 yards, 7 touchdowns. 1993, 88 receptions, 1,330 yards, and 7 touchdowns. 1994, 79 receptions, 1,241 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then 1995, 111 receptions, 1,603 yards, 10 touchdowns. Irvin was first team All-Pro in 1991, appeared in 5 years in Pro Bowl. He established himself as the go-to guy in the NFL, tremendous big game performer. He caught a total 8 touchdown catches in postseason play across his career. He had 7 receptions for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns in a championship game in 1995 against the Green Bay Packers. As the Cowboys won 38-27, and the Super Bowl against Pittsburgh, he caught 5 passes for 76 yards, and they won 27-17. Irvin to be the perfect title for Aikman. Birds took a quantum leap in 1991. He led the NFC with 65.3 completion percentage, and approximately a string of 6 consecutive seasons in which he completed better than 63% of his passes. He also made the first 6 straight appearances at Pro Bowl, 11 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, 6,754 yards. In 1993, Aikman had 2 of his finest seasons, 3,444 yards. Most of those campaigns, 13-3 record in 1992, 23 touchdowns and throwing 14 interceptions. Cowboys overscored a total of 116 yards, 17 points, 3 playoff victories, including 52-17. Win against the Buffalo Bills, Super Bowl 27. Aikman was 22 of 30, 273 yards, 4 touchdowns. 93, they went 12-4 the Cowboys. Aikman led the league in percentage completion, 69.1, 15 touchdowns, 3,100 yards, and 6 interceptions. And they won the Super Bowl again in 93. In 95, he beat Pittsburgh in Super Bowl 30. And Emmitt Smith was dominant from 91 to 95, 1,563 yards, rushing 58 receiving yards, 13 touchdowns. 92, 1,713 yards, rushing 335 receiving yards, 19 touchdowns. 93, 1,486 rushing yards, 114 receiving yards, 10 touchdowns. 74, 1,484 yards, rushing 341 receiving yards, 22 touchdowns. And last but not least, in 1995, 1,773 yards, rushing 375 receiving yards, 25 touchdowns. So Smith, he appeared in 5 Pro Bowls all 5 years. First team All Pro 92 to 95. Next 93, he became the only running back to win the rushing title in the NFL and the NFL MVP award, Super Bowl championship, and the Super Bowl MVP in the same season. He led the league in rushing from 1991 to 1993. He became one of only 4 running backs in league history to lead the league in that category 3 or more consecutive seasons. 5'9", 210 pounds. So he didn't possess great size or speed. He had a superb balance, tremendous desire, enormous heart. He was very durable. He missed a total of only 7 games in 13 seasons with the Cowboys. He surpassed 1,000 yards on the ground in 11 straight years at one point. He was a touchdown machine. Smith scored at least 10 touchdowns in 9 different seasons. Irvin had 750 receptions, 11,904 yards, and 65 touchdowns. Irvin caught more than 70 passes in 7 seasons, 7 times. 7 passes in a season, 7 times past 1,000 yards in 7 campaigns. So an all-decade team for the 90s. Aikman threw 165 touchdown passes, 32,942 passing yards, 141 interceptions. 61.5 career completion percentage at the time of his retirement in 2000. He was named to 4 All-Pro teams. His 90 wins during the 90s made him the winningest quarterback of any decade in NFL history. Aikman is one of only 4 quarterbacks with at least 3 Super Bowl victories, tying him with Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana, and Tom Brady. Smith broke the all-time leading rushing record that was set by Walter Payton in 2002. Smith's final 2 years with the Cardinals were signed in 2004. With more attempts, 4,409 rushing yards, 18,355 rushing touchdowns, 164. Anyway, NFL history. Smith was also second in all-time, 175 touchdowns total, 21,579 yards from scrimmage, average 4.2 yards per carry over the course of his career. Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith spent 9 full seasons with the Dallas Cowboys. The 3 men were most effective from 1991 to 1995, each player being named to the Pro Bowl in 5 of those seasons. During that 5-year period, Smith and Irvin combined to score a total of 127 touchdowns for an average of just over 25 per season. 1995 alone, they scored 35 touchdowns between them. They also appeared in 4 consecutive NFC Championship games. 1992, 1995, winning the Super Bowl in 3 other years. During their time together, the Cowboys' Big Three combined for a total of 19 appearances on the Pro Bowl squad, another 6 first-team All-Pro selections. Well, so that's it. So I'll be back tomorrow, chapter 31, talk about Lawrence Taylor and Harry Carson, New York Giants. Be back at 1 o'clock, continuing the countdown of the top 100 underrated hip hop songs. Until then, talk to you at 1 o'clock.